Hi, friends. Hope you're staying safe, healthy, and injury free. We're going to talk about neck pain. It makes all the more sense given the current scenario where we are glued onto a phone or tablet or television most of the time for either work or entertainment. So, as we know, we don't get the ideal workstation like how we get in our office, the ideal chair, the table, or the equipment. We don't get the right stuff when you work out of home. Also, the fact is that we don't get frequent rest breaks like how we get when you work out of office. At home, we think we're going to finish the job in 5 minutes, but the work keeps on extending for hours sometimes. So, putting a lot of load on the neck, muscles, and the joints and the ligaments, leading to neck pain, headache, and so on. Right, so how are we going to tackle this? We're going to discuss a few things which can be really helpful for you. Step number one, you have to make the best use of the ergonomics that is available for you. If you have a hydraulic chair with armrest, well and good at home, but if you don't have one, just put a couple of pillows and prop yourself up so that your eye is at the level of the monitor. Right, so if you're using laptop where the height is not very appropriate for you to work, the desk height I meant, so you might be doing like this, right? So two ways of looking at is, one is, as I told you, you can increase the height of the chair by putting a couple of pillows, or you can get an external keyboard so where you can keep it on your lap and work, so that you don't have to be doing this where you're constantly putting your neck muscles under tremendous load and strain. Right, so what are the other small adjustments you can do at home? You can use books to prop up in case if it is too low. If your table is too low, you can prop up with a couple of books so that your monitor comes at eye level. The second thing about ergonomics is keep everything closer to you. Don't keep working like that. Keep everything closer to you so you can work with everything closer to your body so you don't have to reach. So when you have to reach, you put again strain on the neck muscles and making it more difficult for the tissues of the neck. Right, so this is about your simple things that you can do about your workstation. Second is you have to remind yourself to take rest breaks. Usually I recommend a rest break every 45 minutes if you're working out of office. But if you're working out of home, I would recommend that you take a break every 30 minutes. The reason being, you don't get the ideal workstation, you don't get a proper desktop like how you have in your office, you don't have swiveling chairs, right? So it is better that you get up and move every 30 minutes. When I talk about breaks, it is a rest break or a stretch break, is that what I call. What I mean by a stretch break, you can just do a few shoulder rolls, say about 10 times. You can do a few stretches, which can be just putting your head to the sides, just stretching those trapezius muscle. It can be as simple as just locking your fingers and pushing it up over the head, right, to stretch the entire shoulder muscle. Just to take the tension off the muscle so that they are prepared and recuperated for the next 30 minutes of your work. Right, so the first one is make use of the best ergonomics that you have at home. Number two, you take frequent stretch breaks. Number three, watch your neck posture, to be specific. So most of the time we tend to keep our chin up, right? Our chin is up. So when you're looking on to the television or when you're working on the laptop, your chin is up. So make sure that your chin is neutral. What is chin is neutral? The posture that you're seeing me now is chin is neutral. One simple way of checking it is just make a fist like this, put in front of your throat and make sure your chin rests on it. So make sure your chin looks straight. The second thing you have to observe about the neck is your forward head posture, right? A forward head posture is like this, right? So most of us do that, especially when you're watching something interesting or when you're having interesting conversation, our head goes forward like that. That's called as a forward head posture, right? So you have to remind yourself or do a self-check every 30 minutes how you're sitting, how your work posture is, how you're watching your television. Just make sure that your chin is back and you're not going forward. That's your step number three. Step number four, a lot of us step out to buy groceries and we tend to carry them on our hands, right? So if you can take two grocery bags, it'll balance the weight. Instead of taking one bag, carrying it on one side, loading one side of your trapezius. So distribute the weight so that you can hold it on both hands. You can split the weight so that the stress is not too much on any one shoulder. And the last thing I like to stress about is your sleeping posture, right? So when we are at home, we tend to, especially during these times, when you're spending more time at home, we tend to sleep in all awkward postures. We tend to sleep belly down, we put 2 pillows, we put 3 pillows, watch television, right? So putting too much load on the neck muscles and the structures of the neck. So you have to follow proper sleep hygiene. You have to have the right kind of pillow, right height of pillow. So sleep belly up as much as you can. If you want to sleep at sides, make sure your pillow is this much high. This should be the height of your pillow if you want to sleep on your sides. So anything bigger will push your head to the opposite side. Anything shorter will put your head this way. So get the right sleeping posture to safeguard your neck. So, and the last thing I would suggest you is, like, in case if you have any aches and pains, keep some hot pack, keep some ice pack, try to relax that muscle. So that will really help you. So we discussed 5 things today. How to safeguard your neck. First is get your ergonomics in place, get frequent rest breaks, do some simple stretches during that particular time. Watch your neck posture, how your head is. Is it forward or is it up, right? And step number 4, we spoke about carrying things. Distribute the weight between both hands so one side of the shoulder is not loaded. 5th one, we spoke about the sleeping posture and some home self remedies which can help you to counter this neck pain, right? Take care, guys. See you soon.